Hello friends, good morning. Today let's get into the 6th session of the video lecture series on learning disability. And this is for parents. This session is exclusively for the parents, right? And not for parents of children with learning disability, parents on the whole. Okay, now based on my experience of working with schools, to help the children with learning disability, I found that the major block for helping the kids with learning disability or any children with any kind of a problem, the major block had been the support of parents. Okay, now don't think that support means we are there for them, we are putting them in good school, and support means there are many aspects in it. Okay, let's get into some of the aspects which actually shows that there is no support. Okay, now acceptance is one of the most important support that the parent has to give. The parents have to accept the condition. Parents have to accept the child as they are with their weaknesses, however it is. But this is not happening at all. Okay, I'll share some of the experience that I've had with working with some of the parents. After some identification has been done by the school, and when the parents are approached to tell about this, that time itself there is so much of reluctance. Okay, they don't give consent for assessment. So that is the first level. We can see that they don't accept at all. They are not willing to give an assessment for the child. They say that my child doesn't have any problem. Who said that my child has got a problem? So they don't trust the teachers. They don't trust what the teachers have observed. So they don't give a try at all. Maybe they are having a fear, or and that there can be some problem for my child. So the root problem is because they don't accept. So that is number one. And I've also seen that what the parents in a parents meeting, these are some of the comments that I heard. One parent was telling, he was comparing his child who had a small problem with learning disability, and I was trying to tell him about that, and he said that his brother, that is, he was comparing the siblings with the child and said that the other children are quite fine. They are doing very well. They don't have any problem in learning. Then how come this child alone can have? So if the siblings are fine, then everybody should be in the same way. So that is what the parents think. So this is how he was arguing. Okay, and another parent, he said that, see, we are a well-educated family. I am so and so, my wife is so and so, and my father is so and so. So he was trying to tell about all the credibility and the status and the position, and he's telling in such a family, you cannot say that one child has got a problem in learning. So this cannot happen at all. So this is what he was defending. Okay, so when parents are defending, actually they are putting a full stop for the next level of intervention, next level of help that should be given to the child, right? So that is what they said. And some of them, they said that he's so smart, he is very good, he answers very well, and he plays very well, he's very creative, he is able to do repairing work and all so well. So how can he say that he is having a problem with learning? So that's what I said. The children can have problem with learning alone, but they'll be good in other things. But the parents are again comparing the activities of the child and then saying that if he can do the other things very well, he can also study well. The problem is he's little dull, he's little lazy. Okay, so that is what they think. And there are other parents, some of them, they were actually blaming the school and the teachers, because according to them, see, if he is able to do things very well, if he is able to answer things properly at home, then what's the problem in school? So the problem is the school is the problem or the teachers are the problem. So they put the blame there. And sometimes I've seen them, they blame each other. The husband blames the wife, or the wife blames the husband, or whatever. In one instance, one parent was actually, both the husband and the father and the mother had come for the meeting, and the husband did not allow the mother to speak at all. Whenever she is opening her mouth, he will say, you stop, I know what to say. You need not tell, you don't know anything. You just stop. Your intervention, your way of help is, it's not going to help. It's because of you that, we are coming to this meeting and sitting. It's such a disregard. Now I know what to do. I will take care. So like that, there was so much of authority and making the wife not at all an equal partner in this helping process. So these are the various responses which I saw, and let me tell you that such things are very, very harmful for the child. The parents are thinking that they are trying to protect the children. By trying to protect them, they are actually harming them all the more. As I said, stopping the help that has to be given at the right time. Okay, so again I'm telling you, this is not a life-threatening situation. It's just a disability only pertaining to learning, and it is something universal. There are many people who are having this problem. So this is something that we have to keep telling ourselves. Okay, and the second lack of support that I found in parents, the first one is acceptance, as I said, lack of acceptance, and the second one is expectation, more of expectation from the children. The parents are actually, of course, the parents, they want the child to be first, to get the best marks right from LKG onwards. Okay, and they try to push them. They say that, what is the problem with you? Why can't you get more marks? And they try to push them right from when they are young. They want to get credit. They want to get more name or fame from the performance of the children. Okay, what should the parents actually look at? They'll have to take credit in seeing how are they able to make their child happy. So they'll have to look at that. By pushing them, by driving them to score more marks, are they depriving the happiness of the children? This even the teachers have to see. See, our focus is basically to make them score well, but in the process we are depriving them of the childhood happiness. This should not happen. So this is happening. Okay, and we only have to see that is my child happy? And is my child able to learn? Okay, in learning, reading, writing, and all those things are assessment patterns only. Assessment to see how much they have learned. See, if the child has problem in reading, okay, don't do that assessment. If the child has problem in writing, don't do that assessment. Do some other assessment. Ultimately, assess the child for the level of knowledge or the context or the content that the child has got. Now the education boards have come to that level. Even 10th standard and 12th standard, the children are exempted for writing exams if they have problem in writing. The focus is, have you understood? So the parents have to do that right from the beginning. Okay, so the focus has to change. Right, now these two areas I said, these are the two main areas: high expectation from the children and lack of acceptance. Okay, one area that the parents have to really focus is actually to enhance the self-esteem of the children. You just focus on this area alone, you can find that they will perform really better. Over a period of time, without any kind of a help, they will perform, they will score better. Only thing you'll have to focus on the enhancing the self-esteem of children. With experience, I'm telling. Okay, so now what to do to enhance the self-esteem? Again, I've got 2 points to say to how to enhance the self-esteem of the children. First, nothing to do with academics. Okay, to enhance the self-esteem, what you have to do is that give them tasks, make them do things on their own, let them get a sense of achievement when they do things on their own. Just monitor, help and support them, and so that they complete the task. Okay, major task has to be done by them only. They should feel that, yes, I did it. You should not do it and then give them the credit. The child will not accept it. When you do it and then you say hi, the child will start learning that. See, somebody will work for me and I will get the credit. It's a very wrong way of parenting and wrong way of teaching the children. The children has to learn that I will get appreciation only when I do. That's how they learn the value of hard work. So if you do this, the self-esteem automatically increases. You can give any kind of a task, right? From bathing, eating, dressing, and doing things or whatever it is according to the age of the child, you can actually give. So this is very important, and while doing so, allow them to make mistakes. Let them take some time. Don't don't be very fast. Don't expect again from them, harass them. So allow them to make mistakes and appreciate even the smallest effort they have taken. Ultimately, even if they are not able to complete it, at least appreciate the effort that they have taken. So they will know that effort is more important than the task, than the completion. Take effort and encourage them. Say, okay, today you did this much. Tomorrow we'll try again. Maybe you will be able to complete it. So this is how the parents have to enhance the self-esteem of the children. We just try to do this. This is nothing to do with academics, but they will perform well in academics. Okay, and the second point I would like to say is that focus. Now, if you know that your child has got some problem in learning, that is, after identification and assessment, you have come to know that there is a slight disability in some area. So the child cannot perform, get marks like the other child. Now shift your focus. Don't shift your focus should not be mark oriented or result oriented. You must actually focus on the skill set of the child, the strength of the child. What does the child, is the child good in drawing, or if the child, in this context I would like to tell about, there is a theory which is called multiple intelligence theory. Okay, and intelligence is not said as one factor. There are 7 or 8 factors, 8 areas of intelligence is what this theory says. Okay, that is, there is something called visual intelligence, which means there are some people who are verbal intelligence, which means there are some people who are extremely good in using words. Okay, so so we have to actually focus on that and help them to choose career or anything, or divert their line according to that kind of intelligence. Actually, this has to be done by the school as well as the parents. We need to identify, that's all. Some of them will be extremely good in musical intelligence. There is something called musical intelligence, where they can actually have that rhythm, and they will be able to make music. They will be good in using instruments and things like that. So which means they've got that extra level of musical intelligence. Now we can think of A.R. Rahman or Ilayaraja or whoever it is. They have extreme level of musical intelligence. One area of their intelligence was dominant. Maybe when it comes to verbal intelligence, now you can see both of these people don't speak much. Verbal intelligence was less for them, and accordingly their speech and everything would have been less. Maybe, and there is another intelligence which is called logical intelligence, which is doing maths and everything. We really do not know how Rahman and Ilayaraja performed in their school, or how they did maths. That's not the matter. When success has reached to that level, who is bothered about the marks that they got in the school, right? So we have to focus on the skill set and to see what kind of an intelligence they've got. There is something called kinesthetic intelligence, okay, wherein they will be able to use their hands and legs much more swiftly. So such people will be good in dancing, and some of them they'll be good in sports and things like that. There is something called spatial intelligence, wherein such people will be able to know three-dimensional pictures, figures. Now they can choose like architecture, or they can be good in these kind of visual arts or anything. So there are different kinds of, so we cannot restrict this is only good, but we are only focused on reading, writing and speaking, which is actually focusing on the verbal intelligence. So therefore let us focus on the skills of the children. So this will really help to enhance the child. See, if you are not good in writing, it's okay, you're good in music, so develop on that. That way they will be able to develop on their self-esteem, and they will also be able to do well, not getting the first mark, but at least able to cross one class after the other, and that's more than enough for us. Okay, now, so if you people are able to focus on this, if the parents are able to focus on these two areas, okay, what the result would be, the child will start accepting his condition. If the child knows that there is a problem in me, the child will also start accepting that there is a disability in me. I'm not like the others. So, and the child will also will not expect too much from him or her. The child, because the child's self-esteem is already high, the child will accept himself or herself. The child will not expect too much from him or her, and the child will take interest in doing things. Okay, because the child feels that when I'm doing things, I'm getting appreciation from the teachers as well as parents. So let me focus on doing things, and the child will also focus his or her attention on the skills. Okay, so by doing that, they will be able to overcome this disability very easily without even noticing that they will be able to overcome that. So if you have to overcome this disability, 3 people have to work together: parents, teachers and the children. So it's a trio. So parents have to play a very important role. Simultaneously, if the teachers are also able to play the same kind of a role by enhancing the self-esteem of the children, accepting them and trying to give them tasks and focusing on the skills, and the child will also automatically do it, and then the road will be smooth hereafter. Okay, so this is all about this video session. But in spite of doing all this, the parents, they say that, see, we are doing everything, but the schools are not supportive at all. So if you really find, yes, I do understand, I do agree that there are some schools, some management who don't even want to know about learning disability, and they don't take steps for this inclusive practices. If that is the case, better to change the school. But changing the school often is also not good. So we have to strike a balance, and we'll have to have a discussion with the teachers and or else you can call experts, people who are working in this field, so that we be able to guide you people much better, so that you will be able to take a right direction and you can go further in this helping process. Thank you and God bless.